Hello. I'm going to start off with something my father always told me. My father always told me that God gave you two ears and one mouth so you can listen twice as much as you can hear. And I will basically tell you that the reason why we were able to get three clubs inside of an urban area is because we were able to listen twice as much and actually respond to what they asked and what they needed and what their passions were for. I started out on a call that came in, and that one of the ladies that had joined Linism down in Florida, she actually lived up here in DC, and she wanted to find a club that was right for her. So I called her up, and within 30 seconds, I knew that there was no club that I could actually put her in with, that her passion and her non-profit that she already was a part of, that right there was signs enough that she needed to create her own club. So we started her own club, and we started to go and see how we could make that work. We set up a meeting, and that meeting we had about 12 people show up, and we started going around the room at first and asking what their passion was. Start at the meeting, that's all we did. And we wanted to hear more about them. We wanted to hear more about the people that were there, what their passions were for, why they wanted to be there, why they wanted to help out more. And immediately we found out that there was a lot of passion for helping out kids in the area, helping provide things for kids that they did not have the chances to do or see or to be a part of, that they were there for the kids, they were there for the area. And we saw that passion for that. And after the meeting, we told them we need to meet probably 2 more weeks and see if we could get 20 members so we can make up the club. And 2 weeks later, we met and we had a full 20 that wanted to start out. We actually had about 24. And we went through everything, went through the process and everything. We were able to, for the new people that showed up, we were able to talk about what their passions were for and what they were wanting to do and how they saw that their club was meeting. We were able to go through and make it a club about what they wanted. Not telling them what they should do or how they run a club or anything else, but saying that they have the world to themselves to do how they want to, and to actually make this into a club that would be fulfilled by themselves. From that meeting, I actually had one other person came up to me and had requested that I talk to him. He said, I love what they're doing here, but I actually want to focus more on education. And he asked if I could meet up with him and set up a meeting to actually form a different club. I said, sure, why not? So we met with him about 3 weeks later, and there was 4 people there. And we did the same thing. He immediately came up to me. He's like, can we do the same thing that we did last time about talking about our passions and what we're passionate for? And he had actually put a presentation together. He talked about different grants that he was wanting to do, different things. His biggest thing was education. He was not able to get a great education, so he wanted to make sure that we was able to provide children in the urban area with good education. So the same like before, they all answered, and it was all really touching. Some people were there that told us about how their son was actually shot and killed 2 years ago, not a block from their house, and how that they were wanting to be there to be able to do more and to empower others. So we were able to actually talk to them about empowering and how Lions are more than just service, that Lionism is more, it's all about empowering others, and that in order for us to change Washington, D.C., we didn't want to just serve. We didn't want to do the minimal stuff. We actually wanted to empower them and to be able to give them the power to be able to change lives and change generations just from the start. So that meeting we ended up getting done. I told them that we need to have 20. And 3 weeks later, we actually came back. We had another meeting. We actually had 25 people that were ready to go. From that meeting, someone came up to me and they told me that this is great. We love this. We love the Lionism, but our focus is more on inner city DC, and would I come with them to maybe think about starting another club in the inner city DC? I was like, you bet. So about a month later, we actually went downtown and we met with them, and we did the same thing. And we had about 10 people that showed up at that time, and we talked about what their passion was for, what their visions were for, what they thought that they wanted to do in the community. And I said, well, guys, we need 20 members to start out. And they're like, we don't have to wait 2 weeks, right? We can actually get 20 members now. I was like, you bet. They wanted to know if we could actually wait there and not wait the 2 weeks to come back. I was like, you bet, we'll do that. They asked us how long we'd wait. I said, as long as it needs, we'll be here. So 2 hours later, they actually had 12 more people signed up, and they're at 22 members. As we were going outside, and we were actually walking to the car after we got all the paperwork done, they came up to me and said thank you, because no other organization actually met with them to try to empower them. All the other organizations that they try to meet with and actually try to do things with, we're trying to make them to be more like them, and they're trying to fit that mold. But through Lionism, we were actually trying to empower them and for us to become more like them and to work through how they wanted to do it. So I think, and we've actually, since then, we've actually started another new club, Asian American Pacific Islands in DC area as well. So this is 4 clubs in 6 months that we've been able to produce. And each time it's not been about who the Lions are about. It's been actually about us empowering them and us giving the way to empower them to do more with what they're already doing, and us to give them a foundation to go forward and go forth. So I think that the urban area that we've been still continuing to grow in, and we hope to do more this next year, it's more about empowerment, how we can get out there and help others. Thank you.